Welcome back, everyone. For the past few weeks, Chris 6 News has been taking a closer look at the homeless problem here in Corpus Christi.
And tonight we have the story of a homeowner who literally found the homeless issue right on his doorstep when a homeless person showed up there. Six investigates Randall Kemp, I should say, joins us now with the story of this very unusual encounter and then what happened next. Randall.
Yeah, Lee, what started as a potentially dangerous encounter quickly turning into one of compassion. A meeting of two men, one with a home, one without, both dealing with a crisis on our streets.
Do you remember where you've been staying?
Claude D'Unger lives in downtown Corpus Christi. Recently, he got a surprise visitor.
No, I walked through there and just glanced out the door.
And you saw what when you got out here?
Saw just what you're looking at right now.
But he was just standing there.
Just standing there.
Did it scare you at first?
No.
Cecil Boyette is homeless and says he suffers from an undiagnosed mental health issue. Wearing a hospital gown under his clothes, he appeared in Claude D'Unger's backyard. Boyette doesn't know how he got here, but got lucky because instead of running him off or calling police, the homeowner invited the homeless man inside.
I don't recommend people do it.
But you weren't concerned?
I wasn't concerned.
Once inside, D'Unger offered his guests coffee and bananas. The homeowner admits, living in downtown Corpus Christi, he sees homeless people all the time, but was never too concerned until the problem wound up in his backyard.
I never thought about it. Shame on me.
Meantime, the conversation inside the house is difficult. D'Unger says he suspects Boyette is suffering some type of mental impairment.
I can't put this down.
Say that again, please.
Can I put this down?
You can put it right with the other ones, and we'll throw them all away at the same time.
Okay.
That makes 9.
9 bananas?
Yeah.
Cecil Boyette is one of many homeless in Corpus Christi, more often than not the result of mental health issues. Boyette says he grew up in Georgia, moved to Florida, then came here to start a new life.
At first I did have a little work, and then I was homeless for quite a while. Still have been.
You don't have a home right now?
No.
Boyette wound up in the hospital, although he has no idea how he got there or what he was being treated for. You can still see the IV marks and bandages on his arms.
I was at the hospital and I bolted, and I come up in the man's yard.
Why did you leave the hospital?
Fear, misdirection, misunderstanding. Wanted to do my own thing instead of following instructions.
And that may explain why Boyette is on the street rather than in a homeless shelter.
I don't think you can put Cecil in a shelter.
While that may be true, there are other options.
We do focus on the homeless population that may have mental health issues. Like I said, they don't have to have a diagnosis as long as they suspect they have mental health issues. We will screen them, we will enroll them and provide services.
But is the man from Georgia, now homeless in Corpus Christi, willing to accept that help? He sure needs it. Boyette says he's estranged from family back home and has no friends to rely on, except maybe a new one. However, despite the kindness of this stranger, when asked about his future, Boyette's answer is not encouraging.
I don't know, but it don't look good.
So you're probably wondering what happened to Cecil. Well, the homeowner says he called several social service agencies without luck, so although he didn't want to, he eventually called police. They came out, put the homeless man in the back seat, and that was the last he saw of Cecil. Until later that day when a neighbor reported spotting the homeless man already back on the street. Randall Can, 6 Investigates.
All right, thank you very much, Randall. On a related note, the mayor and city manager will be talking about the homeless issue during a news conference scheduled for tomorrow morning. They'll be providing an update on the city's renewed focus on homelessness and workforce housing. They will also be introducing the recent staff hired for the city's first ever homeless and housing division. Coming up Monday, we're going to hear firsthand from the two men who have found themselves on the street.
That's right, and they have been living one meal at a time. Our Paulo Salazar is going to give us some insight on what landed them on tough times and what it means to be homeless. Their story is coming up Monday night as we continue our series, Homeless Crisis on Our Streets. And you know, there are 4 homeless shelters in the city and 2 day shelters, and we recently toured all those facilities, and we have the highlights posted for you on ChrisTV.com. Just click click on Homeless Corpus Christi Crisis on Our Streets, and you'll be able to watch the tours of all the shelters that we have posted